Cody's Caravan, we're live in Grass Valley today. This is Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen has been asking me to come to the shop forever. We've been trying to do this.
Yes, that's correct.
So it's Foggy Mountain Music. How long have you had this place?
50 years this year.
50 years?
50 years.
This is amazing. Okay, so it's part museum and part music store.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do the museum first part. Okay. So we're outside here, and then when you look up, you see all these cool amplifiers.
Yeah, they're vintage amplifiers from the 60s. All of them are original stock, haven't been modified.
That is so cool. Okay, tell the folks at home about that weird little thing that's on top of the box.
That's called the Gizmotron.
The Gizmotron. What does a Gizmotron do?
The Gizmotron is a bass effect, guitar effect. You put it on, you can see the 4 little buttons up there, and when you push them down, it makes a tremolo vibrating sound for your bass guitar.
And how does that sound?
Blah, 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 blah.
I love it. I love it. Also, this building here was built when?
1867.
1867. Now, what has been in here besides the music store for the last 50?
It was the Johnson Furniture Store.
Okay, Johnson Furniture Store. And then you guys have to keep it up into, classic state.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of restrictions because it's a historical building site.
Okay. And then, of course, you guys win all these awards every year. Best of Nevada Academy, Best of Nevada Academy, Best of Nevada.
We have some that aren't up there because we ran out of space.
Okay, it's time to go in. Let's go in now and show people. This is so dramatic when you walk in. It is the coolest thing. Come on in, guys. Check this place out. Is this not the coolest? This is so amazing. Amazing. And then you still get the history tour because back up top up here, you got the back side where we can see all this classic stuff.
Yeah, we have instruments from, every genre up there. There's early 50s, there's guitars, there's a drum set way in the back there, that white one. I don't know if Sean can get back in there, but that was a drum set from Wipeout. My friend Wipeout played that song on that drum set.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. I didn't tell you about that earlier.
No, you didn't.
You probably have to go around the other side, but you could shoot that. It's a white Ludwig kit. Yeah, and then we have the Melody Maker Gibson, and there's a lot of things up there. There's a white guitar from Wayne's World. That was the Fender white guitar. There's so much stuff up there I can't even really tell. There's a really old Bell and Howell blue.
Look at that.
Yeah, that was a PA system like a school or something from the late 40s, 50s, early 50s.
Okay, so I'm not a musician. I appreciate music and I love musicians, but when musicians walk in here, do their jaws just drop?
Oh yeah, everybody comes in and they just go, wow. And then they just start looking around and they go, I know what that is, and I know what that one is. So,
okay, we will do that next. We're going to go, what is that? What is that? What is that? Foggy Mountain Music in Grass Valley. If you've not been here, you've got to check this place out. It is the coolest. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Who knew all that was in there?
Wow.
She's got stuff stuck in the rafters that other places would have, like a do not touch sign, right in the front. That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks, Code.
Totally.
This is the store that wants to inspire everyone, both big and small, to learn how to play an instrument.
Yes, we're going to check back in with Cody this morning, who is learning to play a little tune himself. Is that true, Cody?
No, I am not. I am not going to insult musicians by trying to play something here today. But this place is so famous, so famous. What was the Irish story that you just told me?
Well, you have to refresh my memory on
So, what were you telling me about in Ireland?
Oh, the catacombs.
Yeah.
In Paris, yes. We got a phone call from a longtime client, longtime customer, who said, "You're never going to believe this. I'm in Paris right now, and I just took a tour of the catacombs." And the tour guide asked me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Grass Valley, California." And the tour guide said, "Is Foggy Mountain Music still open?"
That's famous, people. That is famous when the catacomb people tours know you. Okay, so let's talk about your family history. Sure. Your family, your mom and dad both were world famous musicians.
There's my dad. There's little Joe. And he was actually at the gate at Pearl Harbor when they bombed Pearl Harbor. And there's pictures of him in the Army band, I believe, here. And then that's the shortest guy and the tallest guy in the world, and my father. And yeah, he played a lot all through the 30s, 40s. And my mom was a concertmaster violinist.
Yeah, let's go talk about your mom now. She played for not one, not two, but 3 different presidents.
And kings and queens in Denmark. Right before World War II, she lived in New York and was sent over there as an ambassador of music to Europe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And she played the violin?
Yes, she was a concertmaster violinist, first chair violinist, and solo performer.
Fantastic. So you had no choice. Music was going to be in your blood.
Well, it was either start touring or stay here and just sell instruments to people that need them.
Yeah. Okay, so we're upstairs. What happens up here?
We have lessons. We do piano lessons. We have a full-time guitar teacher over there on the right, and RJ, and we sell instruments.
But that's part of the charm of this place. It's so small. Like every space you guys have to utilize.
I know, it's hard to walk around in here. Sometimes if we get crowds in here, like on Halloween, we had a bunch of folks getting candy for kids. We have to say, don't bring the strollers in here, please. You won't be able to turn around.
Okay, I want to take you back to the drum room right here, because we are about to save some neighbors, some family members. We're going to bring the community together. Notice these cymbals and the holes in them and stuff. John, do you know about this? So tell us a little bit about how these work.
Are they
So what
quieter?
we're dealing with here, drums can be very space prohibitive, very noise prohibitive, very cost prohibitive. So these sets that I use in here to teach, I use smaller form factor drums. This is a Tama Club Jam kit. Very small form factor, small snare drum, small tom, small kick. And then in addition to that, we're using the Evans DB1 heads. These are like a mesh style head rather than like a mylar or other materials that they use, your traditional heads, right? So we're using more like a mesh head here that is like 80% volume reduction. Very akin to like electronic drum heads. But I can kind of beat on these things. Without driving the termites out of the walls.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is the neighbor saver. This is if you live in an apartment, you can get away with setting these up on a secondary isolation platform so that you're not beating the people downstairs out of the building. But we can play drums without everybody being tired of it and everybody knowing about it, right?
Exactly. Fantastic. That is going to save some relationships. All right, we'll take you on more of a tour around here. Foggy Mountain Music in Grass Valley. If you've not been here, you must come here. I'm telling you, it is such a cool vibe. Back to you guys in the studio.
Cody, if I were to Venmo you think you could fit one of those drum kits in the Caravan for me?
Yes, we can, John. We can do
Make
this.
anything happen. All right. The neighbor saver.
Thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Cody. If you wanted to play
That's
an
incredible.
instrument, this is the store that's got everything that your heart might desire.
We check back in with Cody, who is shopping around this morning. Hey, Cody.
Good morning, you guys. Yes, we're at Foggy Mountain Music in Grass Valley. World famous. Been here 50 years.
50 years,
50
still going
years.
strong.
Here's the thing. When you're buying a guitar, you're buying an instrument, you really need to hold it in your hand. You can click on it on a website, but you need to feel it.
You need to hear it. You need to feel it. It's a personal instrument is what I call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. So
the
you got to come into here and really get the vibe. So we walk in, and this building, like you said, it's been here for a long time, from the 1800s.
1867.
So look at the walls, you guys. These walls just add to the coolness to it.
10 remodels later, from drop ceiling to plaster, picking it off the walls. We water washed it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we put 5-gallon buckets of Elmer's glue all over the wall to keep the walls from falling in all over the instruments.
It's such a cool vibe. Okay, we got a couple stories. Every guitar has a story. Okay, let's tell them the story of that one right there. How you saved the day.
Oh, the
you
George
should have
Benson
you should have a
guitar.
cape on. You saved the day. Tell them
Yes,
that story.
we did. George Benson, 20 years ago, played in South Lake Tahoe, and his guitar got stolen, and so we took that guitar up to him, and he played it, and we saved the concert.
You saved the concert. You saved the concert. Okay, this green guitar right here has a good story too.
Yes, that guitar came from Pennsylvania on the back of a motorcycle all the way to Grass Valley. The father came in and sold it to us, told his son.
He gave it to his son.
He gave it to
He
his
gave
son.
it to his son. Yeah, see, I forget my own story. He gave it to his son. The son came in and sold it to us. And then the father came in later and said, I told him not to sell that guitar. And of course, we said, oh, we're sorry. We didn't know. And then my oven broke that I had so much trouble with. And then the repairman was the son that sold me the guitar. It's a long-winded story, but I couldn't believe that. He goes, you know, I sold you a guitar once. I go, which one? He goes, that ugly green bass. I go, oh, your father said that you weren't supposed to sell that. And sure
I love
enough,
that story. One last story for you before we go. There was a little band, up-and-coming band, that did their first signing here. They did their first signing. What was the name of that band?
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. They had their production people lived up here in Grass Valley, and they brought them up, and they played at a couple of venues, which the police ended up closing down that time. But they did their first autograph party here.
That is amazing. You've got to come to the store. I'm telling you, it is part museum, part just rock and roll. Come on down to Grass Valley and check out Foggy Mountain Music. Back to you guys in the studio. Motley Crue, first signing here.
I'm trying to picture the guys from Motley Crue just hanging out in Grass Valley.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Cody.
Yeah.